My name is Kayla FlowJam, and today at FlowJam Studios we're going to learn two different types of two-handed isolations. The first is going to be a regular two-handed isolation, and the second is going to be a 360 linear isolation. So these are both great tricks for any level of hooper, even if you've never picked up a hoop. These are great ones to try with. So go grab a hoop and let's get started. Alright, so I grabbed my hoop, and for a lot of different isolations, you like to think of your hoop like a clock. So 12, and for me this is 3, 6, and 9. So when you're doing these isolations, I'm going to talk about the different times on the clock, so use those directions when you're learning. To start for this one, we're going to start with both hands at 6 o'clock. And for this trick, you can go either way, to the left or to the right, or I guess counterclockwise or clockwise. Today I'm going to be going counterclockwise. So I'm going to start with my left hand at 6 o'clock, and my index finger and thumb are facing towards my right. I'm going to start going from 6 o'clock, and I'm going to trace the hoop up to 3 o'clock, and then all the way up to noon. So now at 12, I'm going to switch hands. From my left hand, I'm going to grab the hoop with my right hand. Now with my right hand, I'm going to trace the hoop from 12 to 9 and back to 6. So you'll keep repeating this same pattern so you can get the hang of switching your hands at the top and the bottom of the hoop. That's critical for this trick to look very smooth, is to make sure to switch at the top and the bottom of the clock. So we'll try this trick from a different angle. I'm going to do the same way. I'm going to start with my left hand, and from my perspective, I'm going to go from 6 to 3 to 12, and then I'm going to switch to my right hand, and then I'm going to go from 12 to 9, back to 6, and then switch to my left, and all the way up, switch to my right, and all the way back down. As you get this trick smoothed out, my other hand starts to trace kind of the outside of the hoop as I'm going around, and it gives a little bit of a smoother illusion. So with this isolation, you can also switch directions. I'm now going with my right hand from 6 to 9 to noon, and my left hand from noon to 3 to 6. So you can just change direction right in the middle of your flow, and it gives you some additional variations of this trick. Alright, so for the second variation of this is a 360 linear isolation with two hands. I'm going to start with the same position with both of my hands facing down and index fingers facing together. So both of my hands are also going to be at 6 o'clock. So from here, I'm going to push my hoop out towards the left, and the bottom of the hoop is going to stay in the same plane, like as if it was on a table. So it's going to push out to my left side. So this is kind of position 1 of this variation. There are 4 positions, so we're going to start with this position 1. And then from here, I'm going to start turning my body and stepping towards the back. As I turn around, the top of my hands are going to pull the hoop up, so the hoop is now at the top of my head height, which is where the isolation started, and the bottom of the hoop is at the same position where it was in the front. So from here, I'm going to now push my hands out to the left so that they are facing away from me. And I'm going to turn her back around facing, again, you guys. I'm going to pull the hoop back in front of me. So these 4 main points, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are able to smoothly link these 4 spots together, and then you can add in that isolation that we just learned. Alright, and now from this different position, I'm going to push the hoop over towards my left, step clear towards my back, keep pushing towards my left, and return to my starting position. Thanks for watching this week's tutorial. If you found it helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for next week's one. If you have future ideas for more tutorials, please give us a comment below. I'd love to hear them and do more of your ideas. Here at FlowJam Studios, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. All the links are below. And as always, happy hooping.